There seems to be quite a lot of negativity about the new Willow TV series. I've just watched the first 2 episodes and I quite liked it. Ish. Welcome to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. Quick warning, there might be a few little spoilers if you haven't already seen the first 2 episodes of Willow, but I'm not reviewing it really. I'm more going to talk about some of the negativity I've seen regarding the new show and just a brief thing about what I think. First of all, we have to mention the dreaded woke. We just have to. There is a lesbian relationship in this series, and some people have gone, oh, they're at it again. Here goes Disney making another woke series. I have to actually say, and I've said this many times before about the woke thing, look, there is a problem in Hollywood that they try to tell us exactly how we should live and how we should think and blah, blah, blah. Virtue signaling. I completely get that that's a problem. It's bloody propaganda at the end of the day when it overtakes the story. And propaganda has always been around as far as there's been media and always probably will be. But in this series, the relationship is not front and center. It is a forbidden love, but no different really than if it was a male and a female in this role. You know, the princess and a soldier, somebody she's not supposed to love, especially since she's been betrothed to another. The fact that they're 2 women, it's sort of, there's a few little raised eyebrows and things, but it's not overtaken the story in any way. I appreciate some people don't like this. I appreciate some people think it's a sin, but those people are stupid. In this it's just part of the story. And if you say, well, they've just done it because of LGBT, whatever, I'm sorry, but lesbian relationships do exist in reality, and our TV and television should reflect that. So, no, do I have a problem with that? Is it woke? No and no. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with all of your other Gator friends. Also, you can go to sci-trek.com for brilliant Stargate-related merch, just like this. You can even buy socks and anything else you want. Please also don't forget the SciTrek Sides channel, where I do loads of little live videos and other fun stuff. All of the links are in the description. One thing I do say, that I will agree with a lot of people that have been quite negative about this series, is about Warwick Davis. Now, Warwick Davis is a national treasure. I'm British. I love the man, and I won't hear anything negative said about him, except that he's not a particularly good actor. And when he's trying to do the whole I am wise Willow bit, particularly in the first episode, it comes over really wooden.
I didn't read your mind. It's just, you remind me of your mother.
And it's quite irritating. It's actually quite difficult to watch in places. It's like, as well, that there's like, he's got an earpiece and somebody's reading him his lines. He keeps having little pauses between sentences, which is, when you notice, quite frustrating.
Your brother's alive, a prisoner of the withered crone, who dwells in the immemorial city that lies beyond the shattered sea.
The 4 who came to Tyr's Lena, her servants.
But in the second episode, he seems to relax a bit more, and when he actually starts to play the Willow character, and when he's not being the wise and powerful sorcerer, because he kind of isn't, then he settles in much more, and it's much less troublesome. Other elements of the series that I've really enjoyed so far. I've liked the little comments about, like, we've got enough in the Fellowship now. You know, when they're putting their little team together to go on the adventure. I like that. I like that they've sort of poked fun a little bit that people are going to make comparisons to The Lord of the Rings. This is swords and sorcery. So it's going to have little comparisons, and they make fun of that a little bit. But I am going to say, I do think, honestly, a lot of people have sort of gone quite negative on Willow because maybe their expectations are a little bit high. My expectations, what I want from this series, are reasonably low. You know, I'm not expecting massive battle scenes. I'm not expecting high drama. I'm expecting a fun, silly, at times, TV series with some magic and some sorcery. I'm not expecting this series to take itself too seriously, and to be honest, we shouldn't take it too seriously. Disney haven't spent £1 billion making it, so I really don't think that we need to start worrying about that. A couple of other things, though, I have really liked about this. I do like the Willow character. I do like how they've sort of twisted it a little bit. In the beginning, he's sort of the character that he wants to be. He is the great, wise, powerful sorcerer. And the Queen, to be honest, bats him down quite quickly when he wants to take Alora and wants to train her. He basically says, "You're the bravest man I've ever met, but you're no great sorcerer, and you never will be." And to be honest, that hurts Willow's feelings, and he has a bit of a baby strop. But later in the second episode, particularly, we get to see the Willow that we would expect from the movie, that he is still quite insecure. He is not as, he isn't the great wise sorcerer that he wants to be. He is still the Willow from the movie, is my point. And I kind of like how they did that little flip in the character between the two first episodes. I've got to say as well, the villains that attacked the castle in the first episode were bloody brilliant. I don't know why that big guy with the cage on his head doesn't take the cage off, but it looked terrifying. The little wizard dude was great. And the character, Commander Ballantyne, the actor, Ralph Ineson, that plays him, has the greatest voice. He does a lot of car adverts here in the UK, does the voiceover for them, because it's a brilliant, deep voice. He was in Game of Thrones and loads of other things over the years. His character, again, is brilliant, a brilliant villain. I'm really looking forward to seeing where that goes. At the end of the second episode, again, spoiler if you haven't seen it, we do see him grab Alora and take her, just as she realizes, or just as her magic starts to work. I do also like that they've set up a couple of things for the rest of the series, in particular, the Mad Mardigan storyline. Now, obviously, Val Kilmer could not appear in this series. He's still very unwell. But they have sort of explained where he is, but in an intriguing way that doesn't give away too much. I mean, they could have just killed him. He went on the adventure to get the magical armor, and he failed. He died. But then we have a throwaway comment by the character Thraxus, who happens to say, he found the armor. So we don't know where Mad Mardigan is right now, but he may not actually be dead. Again, if they weren't going to do something with this character at some point in the series, they would have just killed him off, wouldn't they? Or just said he was missing. Thraxus wouldn't have made that comment. So we can see, hopefully, them do something very clever with the Mad Mardigan character. I have to also say, though, there is a lot of CGI in this series that would have been very expensive. This CGI where they make the characters younger. They actually did a pretty good job with Willow. Much better than they did the Marvel series did with sort of She-Hulk or a couple of other things. 100% better than the first Star Wars where we saw Luke younger. It's more like on par with the second time we saw Luke younger. I do think it's a mix of sort of makeup and special effects. Those sort of things do look a lot better when they blend them. And also they just do little things like they make sure that Willow's got a beard to, help cover up the mouth as much as possible. These little tricks help sell the bit, and for me, worked really well. My expectations are reasonable. I just want a popcorn, sit down, enjoy, bit of magic, bit of swordplay series. I don't expect anything more than that. And to be honest, Willow delivers. Willow, at the end of the day, does exactly what it says on the tin. But guys, get into the comments. Tell me what you think of the new Willow series and the first 2 episodes. Any good? Have you enjoyed it? Or have you disliked it? Some people have really disliked it. I'd love to hear from you guys as well. I'd love to hear why. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. It really helps us out. Also, if you want to become a fully fledged SciTrekker, hit the join button. As always, guys, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.